Hello, folks. Welcome to another video on the Roberts Ratings channel. Just want to remind you, if you like my ramblings or want to catch more content, please subscribe. It's somewhere around here. Please subscribe, and if you really like the video, give it a like at the end. And if you really, really like it, go ahead and share it with somebody else. So, having said that, getting that malarkey out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about what I wanted to talk about today. About a week ago, I gave myself a task. I wanted to come up with some songs that are winter songs, not Christmas songs, but winter songs that really bring me into this upcoming season here in the Northern Hemisphere. And I have come up with a list of 7 songs to start you out with. I'll be curious if any of you have some of your own. So if you have some, please leave it in the comments and maybe we can talk about it a bit more. But just wanted to get this conversation started. So, having said that, the first song I wanted to talk about today was Winter by Tori Amos. The thing I love about this song is the sound of the piano and the lyrics. So much of the lyrics have to do with when are you going to choose to love yourself? And it's more, in some ways, about the winter within us, that sense of cold. But because it brings that sense so well, and because I also think it's very important in these cold, dark times to be going inside and looking at how we love ourselves and how we take care of each other, I think this is a great song to have in a winter playlist. Next on my list of songs for this particular video is a song called Winter. Surprise, surprise. It's a wintry sounding song by Merkur. Winter is on the Folksanger album, and it's the song that closes it out. Now, when I hear this song, I think about one of the most magical things about winter for myself, which is those special days in which the morning sun glances out and runs across the snow, and you can see all the sparkles in the hard snow, or the sparkles in the flocked frost on the trees or the fences. When I hear this song, I think of that sense of wonder, and it really takes me there. Whether I'm in the middle of summer or the middle of winter, or especially in winter, it helps enhance that kind of feeling. I will go outside and almost feel that song, and the wonder comes. That's an important part of being in this dark season, is feeling some kind of sense of wonder. It helps us get through. The next song I wanted to add to this list, I've got a couple notes here just to make sure I'm following along with what I want to talk about here, is Sol by Kati Ran. So the solstice comes often on the 21st, sometimes slightly different, but for the most part, the 21st of December. And this song is in some ways beckoning to that solstice and talking about the shadows. And as the shadows deepen, the kind of visions of our lives grow. As a person who strongly believes it's important to grow that vision of our lives and to connect with who we are internally, especially in those dark times as we gather around the meager fires and lights that we create, whether they be the ones that are turned on, like the ones in this room, or the ones within us, or beautiful candlelight. It's just so important to espouse that sense of warmth and wonder and the feeling of moving through the year, that kind of sense of the wheel of the year turning. I think this song by Kati Ran, Sol, does an amazing job of that. So it's part of my winter song list. Next is Gordon Lightfoot's Song for Winter's Night. This song is a tremendous song because it has both a very wintry sound to it, but it's a cozy feeling. It draws you into that coziness and that yearning to be with the people that you love. I think that's a very important feeling to connect to in this time of year, is that feeling of being with the people you love and yearning for the people who aren't there. Gordon Lightfoot's Song for Winter's Night is a great way to do that. Now, Sarah McLachlan as well did a cover of this song, and I think that's a great cover of it. It's very different, but if you're more inclined to the sound of Sarah McLachlan versus Gordon Lightfoot, well, maybe go for that one. But I love Gordon's original the best. So, having said that, two more songs for you today. Next is another kind of solstice related song. Well, not kind of. It is very solstice related, which is Jethro Tull's Ring Out Solstice Bells. I've loved this song since I was a little kid. And, where I grew up, we didn't have ringing out of solstice bells, but I love this idea of it. It wasn't until much older that I found out there is no ringing out of solstice bells. This was something that Ian Anderson liked the feeling of and wanted it to happen. So this song, compared to the Katiran Soul song, they're both very different solstice type feelings. But this one is more about the joy within the dark season. And the idea of people ringing bells on the solstice, that darkest time, but bringing the light through the sound, that is a wonderful feeling. And so I think this song is great at espousing that feeling and bringing it out. There are a couple of great versions of this song. I still go back to the original on Songs from the Wood. I almost forgot the album there. Probably the most. But the recent remaster of the Jethro Tull Christmas album from 2024, the album originally came out in 2003, has a great sounding version of that song as well. They're slightly different from each other. So if you want slightly different variations, check those out. And the song number 6 is Snow by Lorena McKinnon. This song, it does a great feeling of giving you that kind of snowy feeling, the silence and the deepness of it. But also that sense almost of a holy cold. And I can't think of a better way to describe it than a holy cold. I love that this particular song as well moves into the end passage where she sings of dreaming. And I think that's one of the greatest things that we can do in this wintertime is to dream. Not just of the spring, but of all the things that we desire, the things that we hope, the love that we have for those around us, the greatest dream of all, being part of the universe dreaming within us. And the last song I'm going to pick for today is by the Moody Blues. I would consider it the last great song by the Moody Blues, which is fair. It's on their last album, December Snow. Came out it was 2003 as well. So it's a lovely song written by Justin Hayward, who's the one behind Nights in White Satin and so many other tremendous tunes from the Moody Blues. And it espouses that kind of sense about melancholy. It's got a very melancholic sound, but it talks about holding on to that feeling from the warm times and carrying it through. And sometimes that's what we need. We got to remember that it's not always going to be the cold and the dark. Okay, so there you go. 7 songs from me about the winter season. Some cheery, some more melancholy. I think they're all part of this tremendous feeling that we can have this time of the year. And music is so beautiful at enhancing those feelings and helping us come to ourselves and how we feel about the world and our own personal ideologies and philosophies. So having said that, appreciate you listening to me ramble. And if you have any songs you want to suggest, go ahead and put them in the comments section. Like, subscribe, share, and I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. Be back in December for more content.